Dear students, in this video, I am going to continue the next part of illogical two-group disconnections. So in that, we already started the 1,2 dioxygenated pattern. Now, we already discussed some examples related with this relation, that is alpha hydroxycarbonyl compound. Now look at this target molecule, that in this target molecule, whenever a hydroxy group is present, then always start the numbering from the carbon having a hydroxy group. So this is number 1 carbon and this is number 2 carbon. So just look at the target molecule and find out which functional groups are there. So first functional group is hydroxy, second functional group is carbonyl. So after that, you identify the relation among them. So it is what? It is an 1,2 dioxygenated pattern. Among that, now this carbonyl group, next to that, this is the alpha carbon. So the more detailed relation is alpha hydroxycarbonyl compound. So whenever you have an alpha hydroxycarbonyl compound, so this hydroxy group acts as a guiding functional group. So guiding functional group means it tells you now you start the disconnection from me. So you disconnect the bond between the oxygen hydrogen in the direction of carbonyl group. So you disconnect the bond 1, 2. So after this disconnection, write down on arrow that you are going to disconnect the bond 1, 2. In which direction you have disconnected? In the direction of 2. So after disconnection of a bond in the direction of 2, what it gives? It gives a neutral molecule, that is acetone, and this synthone, that is what we call it is a donor synthone. So this donor synthone, how we get this donor synthone? This donor synthone, that is the best synthetic equivalent for this donor synthone is the acetylene molecule. Here I have shown a substituted acetylene molecule. Just if you want only 2 carbons, that is this is number 1 carbon and this is number 2 carbon. So if you want only 2 carbons, you instead of starting with the substituted acetylene, you just start with the simple acetylene molecule. So instead of R, you can take the you can go with the acetylene molecule. So what is this reaction? So look at after the hydrolysis in presence of the triple bond undergo hydrolysis in presence of mercury salt. Due to the protonation of this triple bond, it's converted into this part, that is CH3CO part. So this CH3CO part is the synthetic. So what is the synthetic equivalent for this synthone? The synthetic equivalent for this synthone is acetylene. So this is the synthetic equivalent for this donor synthone. So we call it is a donor synthone. So this is what is the best synthetic equivalent for this is the acetylene. Now let us start with the synthesis. You start with acetylene. You treat it with this base. What sodamide is? Sodamide, that is, this is a base abstract this proton and generate a negative charge on this carbon. After getting a donor, then you attack it on acetone. So attack it on acetone. So after this generation of a carbanion, then you attack on this and then go for the hydrolysis. So after hydrolysis, this structure is obtained. Then now you don't want this group triple bond, you want a carbonyl, that is CH3CO group. So what we had to do now, this group is converted into which group? That is COCH3 group by hydrolysis reaction. So by hydrolysis, it gives the target molecule. So always remember the donor synthone, that is CH3CO minus, that for that the best synthetic equivalent is acetylene. Now this is the next example. Now look at the target molecule and identify what are the different types of relations are there or functional groups are there. For first functional group is the carbonyl group and the second functional group is the carbon-oxygen linkage. Whenever a carbon-oxygen linkage is there or whenever a carbon heteroatom linkage is there, always first of all we have to focus on the carbon-oxygen disconnection. So as here, either you disconnect this bond or we can disconnect this bond. As these are the symmetric, so you disconnect any one of the bond. So this disconnect the bond in the direction of heteroatom. So whenever a negative charge is there, after disconnection on the oxygen, you just simply write down the hydroxy group. Now what happens to this carbon? This carbon carry a positive charge. Whenever alkyl group carry a positive charge, the base synthetic equivalent of this, just you place the halogen or the leaving group. Now after placement of leaving group here, now next one is what? Whenever a leaving group X is there, you always go with the FGI. So X is replaced by OH. So first you disconnect this bond, write down here OH, and the second positive charge is here. This positive charge, first of all you replace it with X, and then X is replaced with the OH group. Now what are the new relations generated? Now consider this is a new target molecule. Whenever hydroxy group is there, you always start the numbering from this carbon. So this is 1, 2 relation. Which is the another relation? 1, 2 and 3. So these are the two relations you have. Which are those? Either you have a 1, 2 relation or you have a 1, 3 relation. Among that, we are going to focus on first of all 1, 2 relation. Why we are going to focus on 1, 2 relation? The reason we are going to remove this part first of all, because in 1, 3 relation, this relation is interfering. So we remove this first of all this part, so that what you have to write down on arrow, it is nothing but it is alpha hydroxy carbonyl compound. Whenever you have alpha hydroxy carbonyl compound, the best disconnection is 1, 2 bond. So in which direction you have to disconnect? In the direction of 2. So so hydroxy group act as a guiding functional group and disconnect the bond in the direction of 2. So 2 carry the negative charge. Once 2 carry the negative charge, that means what? It is a substituted, that is in previous example it is CH3CO minus. Now it is a substituted group there. So it is what we had to talk about. This is that is CH2CO. This for this what I am going to write down. This is a just triple bond. So triple bond, and now after writing down the triple bond, next you disconnect these two parts at the same time, because it is a symmetric disconnection. So this is a donor, this is a guiding functional group. You disconnect the bond in the direction of this, from both the direction. So it gives what? 2 molecules of acetone plus acetylene. So now start the synthesis. Treat the acetylene with the base, then attack it on acetone. Again base, abstract the next acetylenic proton, and again it get attack on the acetone, and after hydrolysis the introduction of this OH group. Next is what? You don't want triple bond, you want a CH2CO bond, and that can be done by the hydrolysis. So hydrolysis, due to hydrolysis, this group converted into a, first of all, enolic hydroxy group, and enolic hydroxy group is converted to keto functional group. And at the same time, as we are carrying out the reaction under the acidic condition, at the end, there is a cyclization in presence of H, that is this hydroxy group and this hydroxy group. There is a cyclization takes place over here. Initially first hydroxy group and undergoing a protonation. So this OH converted to, any one of that OH converted to OH2 plus, and this donor OH transfer its electron density here and depart the leaving group. So this is the this is the mechanism for getting the target molecule. Now in this target molecule, so look at the target molecule and how many different functional groups are there. So first functional group is, you can see there is a hydroxy, so it is number 1. So this is what one relation is there, that is 1,2 dioxygenated. Among that it is alpha hydroxycarbonyl compound. So which is the another relation? The another relation is alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound. So this is an alpha carbon, this one is the beta carbon. So the next relation is, this is first relation 1, 2, and second relation is alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound. Now among these two possibility, on which relation that we have to first of all focus on. So as we already talk about alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound. So when we talk about alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound, this part is interfering. Therefore, first, instead of considering this functional group, first of all, what we are going to do, we remove this functional group, we remove this relation, and then we go focus on the alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound. So instead of looking at alpha beta, now I am going to look at the 1,2 dioxygenated skeleton. So it is alpha hydroxycarbonyl compound. So disconnect 1,2 bond. So disconnect the 1,2 bond in the direction of this. So this is one method. You can directly start with this also. So after going for this, it is what, if you are going to consider a alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound, then it is what? It is retro-aldol condensation reaction. So what is aldol condensation reaction? You just simply break the bond, double bond here, and at beta position, what you have to write here? Just oxygen, and at alpha position, just simply write down the methyl group. So it gives you what? That is, this part is CHO. So one neutral molecule is generated, and this side is, you are getting this. So aldol condensation, which base you require? For aldol condensation, we require a strong base, that is a NaOH. So first that you have to add plus NaOH. Now this is a readily available molecule. So there is no need to go retro of this. The name of this molecule is furfural. So this furfural is readily available. Now you can go the retro of this. So what we have to do now? This CH3CO group, instead of this group, now the FGI is written over here. So instead of this group, that is triple bond, and then the remaining part as it is, and then disconnect this bond in the direction of this, starting from this, convert here double bond. So at the end, you'll get acetylene plus acetone. So look at the synthesis. So acetylene, first of all, treated with sodamide. It abstracts the acetylenic proton, attack it on acetone. Then it gives this. After the hydrolysis of this, it gives alpha hydroxycarbonyl compound. This alpha hydroxycarbonyl compound is treated with what? It is treated with furfural, and here there is a aldol condensation reaction, and in presence of base, that is sodium hydroxide, it gives the target molecule. So base is important, and this is what? Aldol condensation reaction. Now the next subpoint is, under the heading of 1,2 dioxygenated pattern, the next subpoint is 1,2 diols. This look at this number 1, and this is number 2. So again, it is under the heading of, main heading is the same, 1,2 dioxygenated pattern, but now in previous example there is a carbonyl group. Now instead of carbonyl group, the another group is again the hydroxy functional group. So which relation is there? It is a 1,2 diol. So whenever a 1,2 diol is there, what you do always? You always go with the FGI, because 1,2 diols are obtained from the oxidation of the double bond. So you remove these two hydroxy groups and just simply place the double bond. The reason behind is the diols are obtained after the oxidation of the double bond. So how to get the double bond over here? Now consider this is a new target molecule. So double bond, you have to ask the question to the target molecule, is it present in a inside the ring or it is not a part of a ring? As it is not a part of a ring, so we go with the Wittig reaction. So after Wittig reaction, it gives one side acetone and the other side is isopropyl halide. Now this is the new target molecule. So again the relation over here, it is 1,2-diol. So whenever 1,2-diol is there, you go for FGI. Instead of this, you write down the double bond there. So after putting the double bond, now it is outside the ring. So go with the Wittig reaction. So Wittig reaction, one side you have to write down the PPH3. So you disconnect this bond. And one side you have to write down the oxygen and the other side you have to write down the PPH3. So where the question arises, where to write down oxygen and where to write down the PPH3. The simple thing, the whatever, if you're going to write down the oxygen over here, that cyclohexanone which is readily available, so this is the best method to place the carbonyl group over here. The remaining part is now pH, CH2, CH2 and PPH3. So this is a Wittig reagent. How to get this Wittig reagent? So next part is the retro of this is what? pH, CH2, CH2, Br. So this is the, at the end, you have to start with the reaction pH, CH2, CH2, Br. So look at the synthesis. PaCH2CH2Br, treat it with triphenyl phosphine, get this, then you treat it with butyl lithium. What butyl lithium will do? Butyl lithium abstract this proton, and after abstraction of this proton, it gives the Wittig reagent. Wittig reagent, then attack it, Wittig reagent get added to the carbonyl group, and then after the betaine formation, and then betaine collapse into the product, and it gives you a final this product. Now your target in the target molecule, instead of double bond there is a diol. So which reagent is there? Either you can use osmium tetroxide or you can use potassium permanganate, and then go for the hydrolysis. So at the end, after hydrolysis, it gives the 1,2-diol or target molecule. Now this is the next example. Now, how many different relations you can see? There is a carbonyl group, there is a carbon-oxygen linking is there. So, whenever a carbon heteroatom linkage is there, always first of all, we have to focus it on the carbon-oxygen disconnection. Now, the question arises here, whether we have to disconnect this bond or this bond. Now, here, which bond we have to consider first of all? So, this bond we have to consider because this is a symmetric bond, and that means it is the protection of hydroxy by a group, protection of 1,2-diol by using a acetone. So that's why we are going to disconnect. Look at the analysis. We are to disconnect this bond in the direction of oxygen. This reaction is called as a protection of 1,2-diol by using acetone. So it gives a diol over here plus what? Plus acetone. So that protection can be done in presence of acid. So it gives what? So as the stereochemistry over here, it is given that is 2 protons are alpha. So these 2 protons are alpha. So naturally these hydroxy groups are beta. So these hydroxy groups are beta. What is the stereochemistry at both the carbon? The stereochemistry at both the carbon is beta. That means it is a cis-1,2-diol, and cis-1,2-diols are obtained from the cis-1,2-diols are obtained only after the reaction with KMNO4 or osmium tetroxide. So again we go with the HCI. Instead of hydroxy group, you write down the double bond over here. So after placement of double bond, what you can see, there is a 6-membered ring. 6-membered ring, there is an intracyclic double bond, and in intracyclic double bond, exactly anti to that there is an electron withdrawing group. So these two conditions tells you that you have to go with the Ritro-Diels-Alder reaction. So go for the Ditro-Diels-Alder reaction and complete the mechanism. It gives what? It gives cyclobutadiene plus this is vinyl ester. Now synthesis. Cyclobutadiene plus vinyl ester. Now what is this? This is a endo product. So during the cycloaddition reaction, that is 4 plus 2 electron cycloaddition reaction, it's a Diels-Alder reaction and it is a pyrolytic reaction. The Alder rule tells you that during the 4 plus 2 cycloaddition reaction, the product is always, the major product is always a endo product. Because of that, the stereochemistry of this group is going in a downward direction as it is a breach compound. So instead of calling this as a alpha, we have to call it as a endo product. So this is a endo product. The substituent is going in a downward direction in a breach compound. So breach is at first and at fourth position there is a breach. And if the methyl groups are absent at breach carbon, so we call it is a Nor-Borneal system. Now next thing is what? This double bond is undergoing oxidation by using KMnO4 or osmium tetroxide. So what happens in this case, that as it is a breach system, so in that, if this is a Borneal system, if it is a Borneal system, then what happens? The reagent can approach the double bond from the exo side. So this is the double bond over here, and if the reagent is attacked from the exo side, why the reagent attack from the exo side? Because the endo side is blocked due to the presence of hydrogens over here. So these hydrogens forms a cage from the lower side, hence due to that reagent approach from the exophase. If instead of Borneal system, if there is a presence of 2 methyl group, then exo attack is prohibited. The reason for this 2 methyl group causing interaction with the incoming reagent, hence exo attack is prohibited. That time reagent approaching from the endo side. Now in this case, as it is a Nor-Borneal system, there is absence of this 2 methyl group. So it is a Nor-Borneal system. In case of a Nor-Borneal system, the reagent approaching from the exo side. So exo side means the orientation of this hydroxy group is going in a top direction. So we call it is a exo substituent. So after this product, then there is a protection of this diol by using a ketone, and it gives the target molecule. So in case of a Nor-Borneal system, the reagent always attack from the exo side, while in case of a Borneal system, reagent attack from the lower side. So Borneal is presence of dimethyl group at the breach carbon, and what is the Nor-Borneal system? Nor-Borneal system is there is an absence of methyl group over here. That time the reagent approach from the exophase. So this is the exophase. If there is a methyl group present on the breach compound, then we call it is a Borneal compound. So this is a Borneal system. That time reagent attack from the endo side. Now this is the next example. Now what is the another option of getting a 1,2-diol? So this is a ketone, and in presence of mercury amalgam and benzene as a solvent, it gives 1,2-diol. So this is an example of a this reaction is called as a Pinacol coupling reaction. Now look at this Pinacol. This is what? This is a Pinacol-Pinacolon rearrangement reaction. Now in Pinacol-Pinacolon rearrangement reaction, now this is the target molecule. So in this target molecule, you can see there is a carbonyl group and the next carbon is highly substituted. So you can see here, this is a carbonyl group, and next carbon is a more substituted or a hindered carbon. So this is a carbonyl group, and next carbon is the hindered carbon or highly substituted. So we go with the retropinacol-pinacolone rearrangement reaction. So retropinacol-pinacolone rearrangement reaction is what? This is a 5-membered ring, and this one is now 6-membered ring. But when you go with the retro, then it is 5-membered reaction. So indicating what? For 5-membered reaction of pinacol-pinacolone rearrangement reaction, the ring expansion takes place in the final compound. So when we are going in a reverse direction, we have to contract the ring, that is 5-membered ring, 5-membered ring. That's why during the retropinacol-pinacolone rearrangement reaction, so 5-membered ring, and you need a diol there for pinacol rearrangement. So now the retro of this is pinacol reduction reaction, or we can call it as a pinacol coupling reaction. So you disconnect a bond here, it gives a 2 molecules of cyclopentanone. So this is the synthesis. Cyclopentanone, it is treated with this mercury amalgam. This is treated with the magnesium amalgam in presence of benzene. It gives 1,2-diol. So after this 1,2-diol, then here it is a pinacolone rearrangement reaction in presence of acid. So here the rearrangement takes place. You know the mechanism of pinacolone rearrangement reaction, and it gives the target molecule. Now let us see what is the mechanism of this reaction, that is pinacol coupling reaction or pinacol reduction reaction. Now this is the mechanism of pinacol coupling reaction. This is a carbonyl group, magnesium, that it is a free radical reaction. One electron is transferred to carbonyl carbon, which is partial positive charge. And then that's why this carbon oxygen bond disconnect and forms a bond with the magnesium. So it gives this transition state. So this transition state is generated where the 1 electron is donated to this carbon. So there is a 1 electron over here, and this double bond, instead of this, what happens now? It breaks and it forms a bond with the magnesium. Now 1 radical on magnesium, 1 radical on carbon, and oxygen fulfill its electron. It fulfills its valency. So 1 electron, magnesium donate 1 electron to this carbon. Now in the next step, another molecule of ketone. So another molecule of ketone, again the same reaction takes place. The magnesium having still 1 more electron, it transfer its 1 electron to again this partial positive carbonyl carbon, and then oxygen again forms a bond with the magnesium. The entire process is again a free radical reaction. So at the end, what you are getting, there is a radical generation over here, radical generation over here. So in the next step, there is a bond formation between the carbon-carbon, and hence it gives this product. After this, there is a hydrolysis reaction. Due to hydrolysis, this bond is going to break and it gives 1,2-diol. So this is one of the how we can get the 1,2-diol starting from the ketone. So ketones are converted into 1,2-diol. In case of double bond, how you can convert double bond into 1,2-diol? That time we have to use KMnO4 or osmium tetroxide. Now this is the next example. So in this example, again it is a alpha hydroxycarbonyl compound. So alpha hydroxycarbonyl compound, look at the analysis, we have to disconnect this bond. So after disconnection of this bond, that is a acylion reaction, and due to acylion reaction, now look at, this is a 6-membered ring, this one is also 6-membered ring, and here there is a ester functional group COAT and COAT. So my request is find out what is acylion reaction and write down the mechanism of acylion reaction. then it is simple. 6-member ring, intracyclic double bond, and due to that there is a substituent and it is an electron withdrawing group, so we go with the retro-Diels-Alder reaction. So from both the side you go with the retro-Diels-Alder reaction, because in both the ring there is a double bond. So from both the side we go with the retro-Diels-Alder reaction. So what you are getting? So 2 molecules of butadiene, and this is a over here there is a triple bond. So this is the synthesis. 2 molecules of butadiene plus this this acid, then it undergo this product. After this it undergo anhydride formation. So after anhydride formation, then that ring get open in presence of this methanol, and that it gives a ester functional group, and at the end there is a acyl ion reaction. Again it is a free radical reaction. You find out the mechanism of this reaction, and then it gives the target molecule. Remember, in retrosynthetic approach, the mechanism is not important. Just for your understanding, you go for the mechanism. So that is the end of the 1,2-diols. So you refer for this, you refer the book, The Designing of Organic Synthesis by Stuart Warren.